The first ever conference to focus on the internet in Cuba, an event here in Miami with a mission to expand access in Cuba.
But the Cuban government already calling it subversive, adding the real problem with internet access on the island is the U.S. embargo. Local 10's Hatzel Vela was there to listen to the conversation.
Called the Cuba Internet Freedom Conference, a two-day event wants to highlight the lack of open and free internet in Cuba. Part of the conversation was how that could be improved and what greater access means for Cubans on the island. In Cuba, state-run media, the event has been called subversive.
When citizens are free to access information and share information, if that's considered subversive, then it makes you wonder what it is that one could do with information other than help improve your own lives, start your own business.
We found lots of surprises.
And Nelson of Columbia University has compiled the report based on research and extensive fieldwork on the island, all about internet access.
The information that is available in Cuba has exploded, and a lot of this has been through El Paquete.
Last year, Local 10 showed you the illegal underground movement where people download content onto flash drives, then sell it. Anything from news to movies to shows.
Ordinary people, more than saying they were craving the internet, the first thing they want is affordable cell phones.
No one from the Cuban government was at the event, but coincidentally, Josefina Vidal, Cuba's foreign affairs official who deals with U.S. relations, put out several tweets blaming the embargo on the lack of internet in Cuba. But Senator Marco Rubio says blaming the embargo is just an excuse. Only about 5% of Cubans can get online.
It is only available to those who can afford it, and to those who are, of course, still blocked from accessing any information deemed sensitive by the Castro government.
In Miami, Hatzel Vela, Local 10 News.
Hatzel, thank you. And coming up at 6, Hatzel speaks with Alan Gross, the contractor jailed in Cuba, and some say it was his release that helped begin a new era in U.S.-Cuban relations. What he says about internet access and the private sector in Cuba.